All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his begat Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Balash, Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson of the wars and rumors of wars as of, you have to say wars and rumors of wars as of May the 29th, 2026, on this Friday afternoon. And ever since, check out some updates 15 minutes ago. It says, this is from live updates from the time of Israel, live from Live Blog of Friday, May the 29th, 2026. It says, rockets warn, sirens sound in Kiryat Shamana, several other towns near the Lebanon border. It says, rocket sirens sound in Kiryat of Shamala, Shamona, and several other several other northern Israeli communities near the borders with Lebanon. Right, because you've been having cross-border conflicts been heating up between between Hezbollah versus Israel Defense Force. Wars, that's what you call wars and rumors of wars, Matthew the 24th chapter. And it says Lebanon, another news article. Wait for what this and this is from AFP and the time of Israel staff, May the 30th, 2026 at 1:07 a.m. And it reads, Salakia. It says Lebanon reports 11 unalive Friday by Israeli strikes in Tyre. It says the Israeli strikes on 3 areas in Tyre and southern Lebanon on Friday unalive 11 people, including a rescuer and a Syrian national. It says the health ministry says without differentiating between the civilians and combatants, 8 people were wounded in the Israeli strikes on Hezbollah, including another rescuer, and the ministry says, slamming the attack as a flagrant violation of the humanitarian law. Right, so basically violating of the ceasefire and violation of the humanitarian law. So that's what you call unrighteous decrees, like it says in the book of Isaiah 10 verse 1. So that lets you know that the tensions are still escalated between Lebanon of Hezbollah versus the Israel Defense Force. Cross-border conflict still heating up over in that region. Another sign of wars and rumors of wars. Bring up that Salakia. It's the book of Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right, that's what we're seeing. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. For an example, Lebanon of Hezbollah versus Israel, the Israel Defense Force. That's what we call nation against nation. We seeing Iran versus Israel, on and on, back and forth in negotiation talks. You get the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force. That's what's called nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, on and on, back and forth. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Right, you got NATO versus Russia heating up. You got Russia versus Ukraine that's heating up. It says for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom. It says, which goes to ethnos. There shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so famines and pestilence, plagues and earthquakes in diverse places. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right the arms of other nations, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so let all the men of war draw near, let them come up as they continue to be gathered up over there in the Middle East, which is Western Asia. Because you potentially still going to have the pro-Iranian groups going against the Arab countries in the Gulf regions, which they allies with the United States. And then you got the Houthi rebels still going to be going against the Israel Defense Force, and all the proxy groups and the pro-Iranian groups are going against the Israel Defense Force. So we're still going to see these armies of nations are in that warlike mindset and continue to be gathered up over there in Western Asia throughout the whole region. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 10. Beat your plowshares and swords and the pointy hooks at the spears, and let the weak sound strong. Right, you see that from Iran versus Israel. Iran versus the Israel Defense Force. Iran versus the United States armies and their allies. Okay, so we're starting to see let the weak sound strong once again. Despite the fact these negotiation talks from both sides. And this is a news article, despite the fact, they've been having somewhat of a progress talks between both sides for the past couple of weeks. And they're trying to extend it for a 60-day ceasefire so they can have more talks to potentially fully ending the war between Iran and the United States. And this is from the AFP, May the 30th, 2026 at 1:26 a.m. It says, after meeting, the White House stressed that Trump will only back a deal that satisfies his red lines. Right, and I believe it was the Prime Minister or the negotiators, they mentioned that if the United States have like high demands with this red lines, because they include the red lines as well too, they were saying that they're not going to deal with the United States with their hard red lines. And then with the nuclear talks, that been a sticking point as well too. Despite the fact they agreed to some aspects of the nuclear deal, because they want to have that as a separate deal, not included in that, So that lets you know this it been some progress, because JD Vance mentioned that yesterday. So now that ever since Trump had this meeting that they had Trump and his administration, his staff had this closed door meeting. I believe it lasts for like 2 hours. Now, it says, after meeting, White House stressed that Trump will only back a deal that satisfies his red lines. Most likely, Iran is not going to satisfy his red lines. It says the U.S. President Donald Trump will only make a peace deal with Iran if it meets all his conditions. Right, so only because Iran, they're going to say the same thing as well, too. If they don't meet their demands, it's no deal. If the United States meet their deals with Iran, it's no deal. So most likely it's going to be like that on both sides, despite the fact they made progress with trying to have some type of deal and extending the ceasefire for 60 days. It says the Situation Room meeting has concluded and lasted approximately 2 hours. President Trump will only make a deal it is good for the Americans and satisfy his red lines, the White House officially said on his condition anomaly. It says Iran can never pose a nuclear weapon. So that's not going to stop Iran from building up that nuclear capability, because they're not going to 100% fully give it up, Because I remember the Supreme Leader made that announcement that he's still going to want to keep that nuclear capability. And they're not going to have it including in this deal. This is what you call that, 1 Thessalonians. Yep, this is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction come upon them, as a travail womb child shall not escape. Right, because there's no peace to wicked, like it says Isaiah 48 verse 22. It's the book of Revelations 11 verse 14.
Do what you gotta do. That. So you have to cut the TV off.
No.
I guess it went off itself. You got a certain hour on it.
Yeah, it cut off itself. Yeah.
It's like
yeah, like on sleep mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. It says, the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the third war is still going to come and pass, be fulfilled. Because you're still going to have the Russia-Ukraine situation heating up. You're still going to have the United States versus Russia heating up. You're still going to have Belarus and Russia versus the European Union and NATO. That's still heating up. You still got North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and United States. That's still heating up. So these are signs of wars and rumors of wars, and nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, still going to continue to increase. So hopefully this was edifying. This World War III news updates as of May the 29th, 2026, on this Friday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Karkadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Hamashiach Habashai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Adalash Kodash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles with Akim Aqua. Until next time, I would say Kum Yasharala and above all, Shalom.